Hi everyone, my name is Anna, and for my presentation I will be talking about being an assistant teacher for kids with autism. Now, kids with autism, it's something very, very different from your regular normal kids, as you would say normal, only because they have things that trigger them very easily. Some are very sensitive to sound, so if it gets way too loud, they may throw a fit, and that fit or meltdown could last for 20 minutes. But more importantly, I'm going to talk about how I help our teachers and what my part is as an assistant teacher. Now, in our preschool, we do have class just like every other preschool. Our class is divided into what we do in the morning. We have art, we have handwriting, we have circle time, we have breakfast, lunch, recess, and so on. But mine is art. So for art, what we do different things every day. Pretty much every week. On Mondays, we do some counting. Tuesdays, we can paint. Wednesday is sensory, so we do bins. We add different things to a sensory bin. Thursdays, we can paint, we can color. But my favorite ones are Friday, because usually Friday we can come up with new ideas. So for one of ours, we did our Heart Man. Now for him, it was really fun to do because first, of course, I had to cut everything out for them because they cannot use scissors. Well, one of our kids can, not everybody. So I had all the pieces. I first gave them their big heart, and then I explained what we were gonna do. I had this just out so they could see it, they could look back. And then I would give them one eye. They would glue the eye. Then I would give them the other eye, their mouth, and then their arms. Once they were done, I would take it from them. I would ask for it, and then I'd be like, oh, so and so, look, they did a good job. And then we would move on. But sometimes our instructions don't come like that. Sometimes they ask us to do things that for our kids they cannot do. The other kids they can, but our kids they're not able to do, not because they can't, but because of their very low functioning. What that means is that even though they may be 5 years old, they may be thinking at a 1-year-old level. So we have to simplify everything for them. And one of our activities when we were learning, we had to wear a duck headband and follow instructions. Well, for our kids, that's a little bit harder. So instead, I talked to my other two teachers, with my lead and my other assistant teacher, and I asked them if I could do kind of like our heart, but in a shape of a duck. And they said yes, they loved it. So let's do it. So we did. So I made my example, and then I gave them each their piece. And it's really fun to see the outcome, and I wish I had pictures because some they put their eye backward, or like our heart, they will do cross-eyed. One eye's looking up, the other one's looking down, so it's really fun. They get to just be creative. Now with our kids, like I said, I give them one thing at a time because if I give them all the pieces and tell them do it, they get overwhelmed and they won't do it. So instead, I give them one at a time, and I have a blank template for myself, and I'm doing it along with them. Now we do have one kid that does like to eat the glue and put everything to his mouth, so we have one teacher that sits behind him, and she'll put some glue and say place, and he places, and he's done, and he moves on. And like I said, since we simplify, even our talking is very, very short. So when another teacher, for example, if you came in, we would tell you when you talk to them in at least 3 words. So you can say sit down. You have to emphasize what you want them to do, or place, so that they know that you're commanding them to do something, yet they also have the option of not doing it, but they know you are in control, so they have to do it. Now, like I said, they do have meltdowns and they may attack. You just can't show any emotion. You just have to stay calm so that they can't be in control of yourself. So if you were to go to my workplace, that's what I would be teaching you, how to talk with our kids and how to communicate with them and how to interact. They are very loving and they will love you, but you do have to be strong and firm, and you have to have the mindset to do it. It takes a lot of patience. So if you don't have the patience, I don't recommend it. But as a teacher, I love it, and I love being able to do stuff like this with them and seeing the joy whenever they see their stuff hanging out in the wall. So thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the video.